Well, a big part of the state is thawing out this morning after a snowy spring storm socked a lot of New Mexico. This video was taken just about 4 o'clock this morning off of Tramway near Montgomery. A small weather system passed through, dumping some snow in the area. The East Mountains and the Cibola National Forest got a few inches yesterday. It doesn't look like any stuck to the streets on the way to the crest, though, but it did make for a pretty picture of the trees. And there was significant snowfall there, too. And as you can see in this video, our news crew shot of the Sandias, there are still some slick streets out there, folks, this morning. So be very careful if you are headed out and about.
Absolutely, Elizabeth. In fact, take a look at this. The roads get worse as you move out of Albuquerque, especially as you head west on I-40 toward Grant and Gallup. Conditions have been deteriorating all morning long. NMroads.com here says I-40, some other highways out in that area, they are wet. There's part of them that are slick, could even be icy. Please be careful. Plus, the roads do not look good as you head to the northern mountains, especially near Taos. So heads up. You see that red area in the upper part of the screen. That is New Mexico 72 from just east of Raton all the way to Folsom. It's closed because there is so much snow on the highway. Again, please be careful as you head out the door this morning. Don't forget, you can always get the latest on the roads on our website, KRQE.com, or you can call from your cell phone wherever you are in the state. Just dial 511. Of course, the big question we're all wondering this morning, A, more rain and more snow on the way, and when's it going to move out of here, John?
Well, we will be looking at things improving throughout the day today, but we will hold on to a chance of a few showers through, especially the morning hours. Let's go ahead and take a look at where some of those showers are right now. You can see central parts of the state getting a little bit of that mixed precip, especially in the higher elevations. The East Mountains still holding on to a couple of those showers. The metro is seeing a couple of showers this morning as well, and we'll hold on to those through the morning hours before things eventually do start to improve. You can see some of that cloud cover already starting to break up across the western part of the state. Much of the widespread precip now well east of the state. Again, we'll hold on to a couple of those light showers throughout the day, and it will be another cold afternoon on the way, preceding what's going to be a very cold night tonight. We have hard freeze warnings in effect for a good portion of the eastern part of the state. Freeze warnings were up for the metro. Those have come down now because we will be just above freezing tonight, but still a very cold night on the way. Get ready for that.
Well, the Albuquerque police sergeant who killed a young woman in a crash 2 months ago is headed to trial. Yes,
the judge made the ruling after testimony at a preliminary hearing did not match with what Sergeant Adam Casals said happened. 21-year-old Ashley Browder was killed on Paseo and Eagle Ranch when investigators say Casals blew through a red light back in February. They say he hit a vehicle with Browder and her younger sister Lindsay inside. Authorities say the sergeant was going 20 miles over the speed limit at the time of the crash. Casals says he was chasing a drunk driver at the time, but witness testimony could not back up his story.
Were there any other vehicles out there that you saw?
No, not that I can recall.
Just you and the police vehicle?
Yes, sir.
The judge formally charged Casals with vehicular homicide and causing great bodily harm. Casals has pleaded not guilty. He's suspended without pay right now. The police chief has said in the past that officers indicted for felonies will be fired. There are still a lot of unanswered questions about the recent school bus crash that happened up in northern New Mexico. 9 kids on board the Mesa Vista School District bus were taken to the hospital on Monday. You see, the bus swerved off a winding road and crashed down an embankment. It happened about 25 miles north of Espanola. 3 students remain hospitalized in serious condition. The driver, 69-year-old Pat Valdez, died. Now, state police don't know what caused the crash or how Valdez died. OMI is conducting an autopsy to see if Valdez was killed in the crash or possibly had a heart attack prior to it.
Well, the man police called the McKinley Middle School rapist is set to be in court in just a few hours and admit to a number of rapes from the 80s and 90s. Records show that Joseph Bleia is supposed to have a change of plea hearing this morning, meaning he could plead guilty. He is charged with raping 5 women, including 3 13-year-old girls, all of them living near McKinley Middle School. We'll be in court and we'll let you know what happens.
2 former inmates say their civil and constitutional rights were violated when a guard allegedly turned the jail into a fight club. Last fall, in a special assignment, we told you about Esli Dominguez and Lucas Cullen. They claim jail guard Anthony Hurtado forced them to fight while they were locked up in Santa Fe County. Now they have filed a lawsuit claiming that Hurtado beat, threatened, and choked them in an area where there were no cameras.
That time he messed me up pretty bad.
Finally, we got
into it to where it got so tired that we had just had to end the fight.
And how long was this total?
40 minutes.
Well, the inmates are also going after the jail warden, administrators, and county commissioners, saying they all failed to train and supervise operations at the jail. Uarto has been fired. A Santa Fe County spokeswoman wouldn't comment on the lawsuit. It is back to the drawing board for MDC to figure out how to fix the overcrowding problem. The jail's population is sitting at just under 2,500. It has to reduce that to around 2,200 inmates, or it will face court action because of a 1995 lawsuit. The jail is asking for millions of dollars from the county to ship about 300 inmates to other jails in New Mexico and maybe even Texas. The commission voted 2-2 on the proposal, shooting it down for now.
New Mexico is no longer at the bottom of the list when it comes to creating jobs. However, we're still not where we want to be. The U.S. Labor Department says we've climbed from 49th in the nation to 40th when it comes to job creation. New Mexico added 5,600 jobs between February last year and this past February. However, during that same time, the Albuquerque area had a net loss of 900 jobs. And don't forget the governor. Remember, just last week she signed a bill hoping to make the tax incentives and taxes here more competitive with our neighboring states to try to get more jobs to come to the land of enchantment.
Hopefully that happens.